welcome to Past, Present, and Future, or Three Questions, the podcast where we learn about people's career journeys, how they got to where they are today, and where they'd like to go to next. I'm Parrots Cohen, a technologist and a wordsmith, and in my time in industry, I've been fortunate to work with both large companies and small startups alongside a number of very talented and hardworking individuals. This podcast is some of my conversations with them, where we learn about their journeys and what motivates them. If you'd like to be in the podcast, please feel free to reach out. You don't have to have a certain level of seniority or a number of years of experience. We all have something to share and learn from each other. If you'd like to sponsor the podcast or get involved in the collaboration, we'd also like to hear from you. All right, looking forward to our journey together as we learn more about each other and enrich ourselves in the process.
Okay.
Hello, hello. Welcome,
Yeah.
everyone. We have a great guest with us here today. I'll pass it over to you. You'd like to introduce yourself.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Foly Texson. Actually, I was a Peretz and I uh, crossed paths as TVCs at Google. It's been a while, but we have stayed in touch via LinkedIn and social media. And I am excited to, kind of dive in through this conversation here and give you guys a little bit more about me.
Great to have you on the program. And for those listening, TBCs are those who are kind of at Google as a temp, a vendor, or a contractor, usually for a limited time engagement. Um, but yeah, really excited to dive into your career journey today. Yeah, where did it all start? Kind of technical writing, where did it all begin? Over to you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for clearing that up as well. Technical writing actually started at Mercer University, where I got my undergraduate degree, and I went to Mercer as a undecided engineering major. Um, Took a technical writing class and um, some other classes, and just really fell in love with it. Uh, Being able to be a part of that technical world and not have to take the calculus to go with it. It was, and being able to communicate, being able to always share my ideas, um, and work with a variety of people is what led me down this path. I initially came out of college and did not have a technical uh, writing role immediately. I actually had to spend some time working on other projects, technical writing projects, editing, some training as well before getting my first technical writer role, maybe 6 years later. Uh, so it took a while for me to actually become or have the title of technical writer, but having the degree and having the versatility to learn and being able to pick up so much allowed me to navigate at that time two different industries, going from uh, advertising and customer support to uh, aircraft maintenance.
So within the journey and kind of as you said, working through different industries and uh, working on different projects and kind of moving into technical writing, have you seen something kind of in common in between industries when it comes to technical writing? And together with that, kind of, I guess, an additional question, what would you kind of recommend to other younger technical writers kind of coming up through it, going through that journey and kind of and finding themselves within the industry?
Um, so the common thread is always being able to be relatable, and not only being relatable, but also being able to communicate clearly and effectively, and to express your ideas in a manner that um, any good technical writer or any good writer has been taught to write on a fourth, fifth grade level. Um, I have a mentor and a pastor in the past who's always he always says that he'll put the information on the bottom shelf so you can reach it. So that's how I approach my writing style. I put it in the manner in which you can reach it, but I'm not going to belittle you or uh, give you any information that may overstimulate you or maybe take for granted your education and your expertise. So it's trying to find that fine balance, and you do find that balance when you're within the community or within the community of that company. Um, what I will say is that as you're learning and as you're working, as you're writing, as you're working with different people, don't be afraid to ask questions. Um, there's no such thing as a dumb question. Don't assume anything. Um, there's a popular saying about assumptions and about assuming. I'm not going to say it here, but you should look it up. So yeah, I would encourage young people to always look deeper than what's been told, ask as many questions as possible, and to not limit yourself in the range of possibilities or questions on the range of possibilities of what you can and can't do.
Um, this is here a bonus question I've thought about. Within your time in industry, has there been one technology that you've really appreciated of kind of just like how it's structured, kind of how it's marketed to users, kind of in its utility? Has there been like one technology, could be like a technology stack or framework or a product where you've said like, this is actually like amazing. Like I loved writing about it. I would have loved to have written about it.
Um, One thing that I've actually so most companies now are using authoring tools, data authoring tools, and they're using I guess the best way to put this is like various concepts or segments of writing where chunks of writing where you can move that or copy that text into another applicable instance. For ex for example, writing warnings on warning labels. Same information may be used repeatedly. Uh, so you can take that text or that information and apply it into various different areas as well. So in my role at Google, it was considered a snippet, and you could take those snippets and write it and edit it in one place, and it would apply to every single instance where it was used. And then you can also use that snippet and apply it to different uh, places or where it might be applicable as well. So I would say that XML authoring tools and Ditto and using Ditto is something that I find to be very, very helpful and extremely grateful for now. That wasn't available in my younger years.
Yeah, there's definitely some really interesting tools and CMSs when it comes to almost kind of making content authoring programmatic in a way where you're using variables, using includes, and really kind of up leveling the authoring experience. Um,
Definitely.
Shifting gears a bit, let's think about kind of the present and the future. You're someone who's had a lot of experience in different industries, writing technical writing and communicating to different audiences. Where would you like to take your career in the future? What do you feel kind of are some like the strengths that you bring to a technical writing team and kind of in growing that function and kind of scaling their operations?
Um, so where would I like to go in the future is something that I'm still honestly working out. I can't give that answer right away right now, because it's still something that I'm still trying to define for myself. Uh, However, what I offer to a team or anyone looking for a seasoned technical writer such as myself, um, is the ability to adapt. And I've worked in various different fields. I think that's the best thing about technical communication is the fact that you can adapt and move to different fields based on your experience. I've gone from customer service to manufacturing to aviation to programming and warehouse automation. So I've been able to run the gamut of things based on my education and my background. And like I said before, not quite sure because of the different venues and different fields or industries that I've worked in. So there's not one particular industry that I would say I would prefer over another. Each one has had its pluses, each one has had its minuses. What I will say is the environment and the places that I've thrived in have been teams where the management is very open to collaboration. Management's very open to ideas, where I can bring in my experiences and they're seen genuinely as valuable versus it being just taken uh for the sake of being taken. I guess that's the best way to put it. Um and truly working with diverse individuals. I love and the energy that I get with working with younger people and uh their innovation is something that I love, but also the uh, ingenuity, the knowledge, the industry knowledge, the past industry knowledge that I get working with some of my more seasoned technical writers is something that I enjoy as well. So having a environment where it's not an echo chamber, but where I get true discourse and I get true information, true feedback, um, and we're working towards a healthy progress is where I like to be next.
Thank you so much, Foly, for being on the program today and sharing about your journey, about technical writing. And I think it's yeah, it's important. I think it's to have that clarity of kind of within your career and kind of the organizations and the environments in which you thrive in the best. And I think that's something that I've seen across tech as so important is being able to move between industries and disciplines and being able to apply lessons and being able to see the value of collaborating with people of varying levels of experience and unique perspectives. And it's part of what makes working in this industry so great. Um, but yeah, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me on.